I did a hard launch on Valentine's. Like, I did it in your face.
Period.
You thought, now you know.
Y'all gonna get an arm before y'all get an ad.
I feel like she deserves second chances.
Oh, absolutely.
I have not. Either you're gonna be with me or you're gonna be with God. You decide. Have y'all had any lobster and pasta experiences?
When do you know that you are ready to date?
Okay, I feel like I'm good at this,
Okay,
right?
go.
Because I don't know I'm not. What they said.
Is it on? I love you. I want to be in it.
Wait, I have a picture of you in it, and it's like my favorite picture in the world.
Take another
It's so
one.
funny.
Take another one.
Oh.
Take another one.
Okay.
Send them to me immediately. Don't waste any time. Don't breathe. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. That was so awkward. So, in today's video, I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, welcome to Zaria's channel. Today we'll be doing a girly girl talk with us. My name is Kay.
Yes.
I'm Akira.
And I'm Nicole.
And you guys know who I am. Yes, we're gonna be doing a girl talk.
What about people that don't know who you is? Tell them who you are.
My name is Zaria.
Hello.
A lot of people know how to pronounce my name. It's Zaria.
Not Zhariah.
Not Zaria. Zaria.
I can't spell her name to this day, y'all. I have to go to her Instagram when I type her name. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. I do.
So I asked you guys some questions on it. Well, not questions. I asked you guys to give us some questions on Instagram. And we got a few. We're gonna get into them. Rachel's gonna talk about like friendships, college, dating, just everything. We're gonna get into all of it today. I'll put all their Instagrams on the screen as well. We all go to Kinsey University. I'll say, so my major is fashion merchandising. I'm a senior.
Fashion design.
Fashion merch.
Peace and conflict studies.
We love that. We need her.
We're drawing. She's helping the world.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna get started. So, life in college versus life after college. Well, we're not after college yet, but
That's my girl.
Good, you go. You go.
I was just gonna say, I've been seeing people like life after college, they be living like, I just have seen like a lot of people who graduate, like a lot of my friends who graduated last semester, they got their gym routines, like they're really just like delving into themselves and living their lives. I've noticed, I'm like, dang, y'all got time to just do stuff. Like even though it sucks because you don't know what you're doing, like you also have just that time to figure out what you want to do.
This summer when I was in New York, I got a taste of like life not with school. I mean, I was still taking classes, but it wasn't like in person. Going to my job 9 to 5, had my weekends off. Like it felt like I was really in like life at that point, you know? And I had a blast. I mean, I'll be graduating in the spring of next year, so I'm kind of nearing like post-grad or nearing graduation and having to deal with like life after college. Do I know what I'm doing yet? Who knows? God is gonna lead it. So, well, to be continued. We'll see when we get there. But maybe they meant to like, what do we want to do after college? Maybe that's more.
Yeah, that's
so. I mean,
that one.
For me personally, I know, of course, I want to be in the fashion industry. I think I want to go into fashion buying. I think. So that's what I did over the summer with my internship, and I really like that. I'm hoping to get with like a luxury company of some sort doing that in some way. So, yeah, in New York. I'm trying to be.
Oh.
You knew that? No?
No, because I wanted to be the farthest away from New York.
Not forever. Like I don't want to live there for the rest of my life. Like it's not a raised family.
No,
be there in my 30s. It's just giving like the first like 2-3 years. Like
Yeah, I'm just gonna young 20s.
Yeah, that's all.
I probably work at a company for like 3 to 5 years, kind of just like getting a salary, like a consistent salary. Because that's the thing with the fashion industry. Like, it's so inconsistent that if you can get consistency, you need to.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably open my own business.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like, it just depends on what happens like with school and everything. But if I get an internship, like when I'm graduating, hopefully I'll be working. Hopefully I get an internship at the White House. You know, pray for that.
Wow.
But if I do that,
This is my future lawyer. Okay.
I just feel like I have so many different like parts of me that want to explore so many different parts of me. So I feel like that will be.
I feel that's for a lot of people though. A lot of people, we're all interested in so many things.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, and I always say this, like life is too complex to just do one thing. Like when you could do so many things, why would you want to just do one thing? I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But personally, I feel like you should utilize that. But
I think I want to move to Europe. That's like my dream. That's like my goal. I want to live in London or Manchester.
oh, I can see you being a Manchester girl.
Yeah. Do my fashion over there.
I'll come there and visit.
Yeah, I have a
Sleep on
couple
your
of
couch.
things out there that I know that I could get.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but that's the goal, is to come here straight to the UK.
Okay, we got a lot of dating things. And at this point, this is what this is. But so this is for context. So that's kind of why I like this too. We have, this is a no shade. We have 2 people that are in a relationship, 2 people that are not. So we can get difference of opinions. That was no shade. That was no shade.
I was under a palm tree. That was a lot of shade. It's okay.
No. You like say.
But yeah, you have relationships at different stages.
Yes,
too.
that's all I meant. I promise. And I'm freshly into it, so she's 2 years in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got the most experience out of everybody. What are your boundaries when it comes to dating?
Well, I'm not dating, but once I lock in before everybody tweak out on me,
Please.
just understand. I feel like it depends on what exactly. Like, it depends on who you are. But like for me personally, respect.
Yeah.
Just like basic things. Like it's just like basic things that shouldn't be a conversation. Respect, honesty, loyalty.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
All that like.
I feel like all of that, 100%. And then for me, a big thing is like religion. I'm very religious. I love the Lord. So I would definitely, I don't know if that's like a boundary though. When like boundary is like, what do you establish with people before you, like, right? Or am I interpreting that wrong?
The thing is with like dating at this age is I find that you have to like, you learn your boundaries.
As you go.
Like when something happens, you're like, oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And not necessarily like this is, and then for the next relationship, you're like, oh, I know this is a boundary.
Everybody's different too. So like what you may have to have put into place with somebody, like in one relationship, it may not carry on to the next.
Yeah.
I feel like if they're not, I think of non-negotiables. Maybe that's
a better one.
Now non-negotiables, I feel like, even though that wasn't like necessarily a question.
Non-negotiables?
Yeah, no, non-negotiable. That's not
A non-negotiable.
English is not my first name at all.
Please. Like my top 3, definitely religion. Like God is really important to me. He's my foundation. So if he's not your foundation, what do we have? We have nothing. Ambition, like you have to have some drive and have something going for yourself, because otherwise it's like if I'm getting up every day working towards something and you're not, I just feel like there's just gonna be so many disconnect with that. Someone that can just be goofy a little bit, you know?
No, yeah.
Like let's not be so. I'm not serious all the time. Like I like to joke, so I think I need like.
And if you can kiki with me,
then what are we doing?
Who can kiki with me?
Right? So I'm gonna go find somebody else to kiki with.
I definitely bounce off that saying, like, definitely like having God in your life. Like I feel like that's very like big for me. Like I don't know, he is my foundation as well personally. Not being closed off to having God in your life at least. Like even if you like don't know, like just not being cut off to that. Cause like I feel like people are allowed to grow. Like you're allowed to grow and learn and stuff like that. But like, you know, I want to like marry a man that like, you know, I can pray with. So it's like at the end of the day, like that's the goal. So I definitely would say that consideration is the most important thing to me these days. Like I really just like a considerate person. Like that is just non-negotiable. Like
someone
I like
can have multiple perspectives too.
Yes,
that
like,
is
you
so
can see.
key. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's
so
good.
I feel like just I don't know. Those are a few.
What they said.
I'm a big person on being with someone that's gonna make you better.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
good.
don't
vibe
with someone who's like stagnant. Like
Oh,
there's always growth.
Yeah, there's always room for improvement.
And someone that keeps you accountable.
And that's real love though.
Yeah.
And especially when you can interpret that not as like, oh, you're trying to be some type of way, but like, no, I'm telling you this because I see your potential and I see what you can do and I'm trying to make sure that you're on top of it.
Or someone
Because
that
I care about you.
Yeah, it's a care.
Like or somebody who could teach me something. Show me something, please.
When do you know that you are ready to date?
Okay, I feel like I'm good at this, right? Go. Because I know I'm not. Okay, right now I'm dating, right? But I'm not.
So is that the same thing?
No, because I'm figuring out what I want right now. Like I'm
okay.
going off people and I'm like entertaining people, seeing what I want. Like I know I figured out what I don't want for sure.
Okay,
Let me run out of that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna figure out what I do want. So like right person, right time in your life.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it could be the right person, wrong time. I feel like those two things.
I do believe in that.
Yeah. So
like I see it from both sides. Like I can see that too. I think that it's also. People look at nowadays like dating, like for example, like Lori Harvey. They be calling her all types. So I'm like, you have to like. To me, that's not. I don't know her personally. She's a celebrity. We don't know her personal life. But I feel like the idea of like you date people. People are in your life for seasons. It doesn't work out. You move on. Like you're not tied to anybody until you pop that ring on that finger. When God tells me, I'm gonna relate a lot of things back to God because like again, He's just everything. So I feel like when I ask Him and I get an answer, if you ask and you don't get an answer. That's also an answer. If I can add someone to my life and they're not going to make it like negatively impact it or like in any type of way, like it's an addition, it's gonna just only make it better in a different sense, I think that's good too.
You're ready to be in a relationship when you're okay without being in one. Like when you're in a place where like you're okay, like we're just like being by yourself and like just like having it, like I think that you're ready to be with somebody else.
Yeah. Next question. Well, they said getting out of relationships, but I think she meant like going through a breakup type of thing.
Okay, let me tell you. It's easy. Just do it.
Okay, it is
No,
not.
it's definitely not.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
with my last one, it was such a crutch that like we broke up for real in October, but we didn't stop dealing with each other until February.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was just so comfortable. Like, you
Yeah.
know, when I was, you know what I'm saying, whatever I was at the late hours of the night. That was someone I could just be like, hey,
Yeah.
big
Right.
head, you know?
Yeah.
So like, it's such a comfortable
You
thing
gotta,
to like,
yeah.
you really have to force yourself out of it. And I thought, we were hanging out and we had like a stupid argument.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't like this man.
Yeah.
You said,
You really have to realize what you need in life. Like, what am I really looking for? And it's like, this is not it. And I just snapped out of it, and it's like, yeah, you gotta go.
It's like a snap out type of thing, because the last like guy that I was involved with before, like my current boyfriend, like I feel like I was like, that's my first time saying it on camera. Anyway, you just know when you've had enough, and you know, you just know.
Your,
like
everyone's breaking point is different.
Yes, and you keep trying to tell yourself like, okay, like I can get past this, and then when you realize you keep having this like sacrifice, and you keep having to like break down what are like your non-negotiables just to make that person fit into your life, that's when you kind of know. So for me, going through my breakup, I do have my book. This is a shameless plug, my self-love book, the 90 Day Nigga Cleanse. Go get it. It's on Amazon. It's in my description. It's in my bio.
What are your red flags in yourselves? Like, let's start with you, redhead. Okay,
in my mouth.
We'll end with you, redhead.
I mean, I know a few.
That's probably a red flag that I can't name a red flag. One. I think sometimes I can be a little self-centered.
Me too.
I love myself.
Yeah.
Period.
A little too
Yeah.
much sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think sometimes I can be a little selfish.
Yeah, I can
at
agree.
times.
Yeah, no, not agree with you like you were.
No,
But
I
yeah.
no, I get that.
She didn't think it like that.
Okay, sorry. I overthink everything. I'm a huge overthinker. That is one of my #1 biggest red flags, and it's only bad because if I'm an overthinker, I need constant like validation because I overthink everything. Yeah, we are the same person. So it's like that's probably one of them.
Yeah, I really don't have any.
Girl.
No, I'm so sorry. Ask anybody. I really don't. This is like small though. Like, I'm a little bit of a manipulator. Like, I'm working on that, and through the help of the Lord and my therapist, they've guided me, and I feel like I'm getting out of that. Like, now I'm not, but I used to be very manipulative, and like it was actually kind of bad.
Definitely agree with the overthinking and
Yeah.
that causing me to talk too much type of thing, because
Yeah.
it's just like I just be thinking so much. I'm like, okay, well, I just feel like I have to say everything that I'm
Yeah,
thinking, because
and
it's
you
what
don't
I'm
have to
thinking.
say everything that you're thinking. You know,
That
I've had to tell
one.
myself if it's not a level 5, like in a relationship too, like if it's not a level 5, Zharia, let it go.
Like, if I don't understand something, that's
Yeah.
a red flag. If I don't understand it,
If it's
say
confusing,
it again.
it's a red flag.
Like,
Sometimes I find that I talk stuff into the ground.
Me too.
yeah, me too.
I overthink
hear
it so
that.
much that I see it in a bad way, and it's not even that yet.
And it's like,
Yeah.
maybe you don't need to be talked to death.
Yeah.
Have y'all had any lobster and pasta experiences?
I know you
What
want
do
to
they?
say.
No, but what do they mean by that?
I have to
I
ask
don't
this question
understand.
too.
I'm pretty sure that you mean white boys.
You think?
That's what the pot.
That's
I
what
got
that
a white
means?
boy on my
was
roster. That's
thinking
what they
it
mean.
means.
Pasta and lobster.
I think
Yeah.
so.
They said white boy.
She said I got a white boy on my
Well,
roster.
have you?
Feed me pasta and lobster.
I've never dated a white boy.
I've never dated a white boy.
I am dating a white boy.
I don't have any reservations against like not dating like a white boy, but I think that sounded very okay. But my question to you guys is like, do you ever feel like I mean, especially like you being like, you know, African, like do you feel like there's ever like a disconnect, like
For
you have to
sure.
explain, and that's the problem.
But like, not a lot, because I feel like homeboy was but he was a little bit like he was in a D9 whatever. Like, he was around a bunch of.
He was smart.
You get what I'm saying? He was definitely. There
They
definitely
need
were
to.
things he just didn't understand, and that was totally fine. It's not meant for him because
Yeah.
he's not.
Yeah.
You know, he's not African. He's not black. So it's really not much he could do. You know? Yeah.
They need to be willing to understand. It's fine
Yeah.
if you don't understand something, but if you're not open to learning about
Yeah.
it,
That's the problem.
then you're not open to learning stuff about me, and that's what I don't value.
Yeah.
I've gone to a PWI my entire academic career.
Yeah.
That there are kind of two spectrums. There's like the ones that want to fetishize you because you're black.
Yeah.
Oh my
you get
gosh,
that, but you get that
yeah.
with black boys too that never dated certain skin complexion of black girls.
Really?
As well. Oh yeah. As a fellow
She's
dark
something.
skinned girlie, I have came across so many, and they be dark skinned themselves.
but you're different.
Yeah,
How?
I just wanna. I'm
It
not
don't get blacker than me, boo. What's different about me?
So like one of the first things, I have a white boyfriend, and one of the first things I asked him was like, am I your first black girl you've been with? Because if I'm not, I tell him I'm not gonna be nobody's experiment. My thing was, are your parents racist? And that was enough too.
Okay, good.
Are your parents racist?
He was gonna pay my dowry though, so like that was fun. He was gonna
What?
pay my dowry. Like it's like a thing where it's like
what?
pay my
Dowry.
dowry. So it's like it's a bride price.
Yeah.
So like if he was gonna marry me, he would have to give my mom like 17 chickens and 2 cows. I'm not kidding. My mom would bug him about it all the time.
17 chickens.
It's crazy.
They would literally have come like him and my uncle would sit down and talk to me like, so you know how much she's worth? So how do you deal with setting boundaries in friendships?
I think that the people that should be your friend respect if you come to them and say, this, I don't like this, or this bothers me.
Yeah.
Versus someone who gets offended
And
when you
defensive,
say something
Yeah, I agree.
that is a boundary.
Yeah. My mom always told me you have to start the way you plan to finish. That goes for everything in life. So like the way you go into the friendship or whatever in life, like a relationship, a business partnership, you have to keep that momentum. Like at a new job that I'm at, like I'm really adamant about, okay, if I know I can't do this, I say no. I don't say, yeah, I can, because then now next time you think I can do it again and again and again. You have to start the way you plan to finish. Otherwise people will keep walking over you. They will do whatever because you allow them to do that. So I think just like knowing what you want and what you don't want, setting that as the standard, that way as soon as it comes down from that, you remind them like, hey, I done already told you we don't do that. So that's like what I do personally.
Consistency.
Yeah.
If you love somebody like that, you would be more willing to care enough about them to say, okay, like I want this to be right, so like I'm gonna set this boundary. Like I think you have to do that. I think you also have to have an open heart, like when it comes to that, like, and just be willing to like listen and like not be defensive. It's very easy to be defensive when it comes to your friends. Like I have argued with some friends, so it's like it's very easy to just get upset, but it's just like, okay, even when you are upset, like just talk to me, like you still love me, like regardless, like you can be mad at me, like we can be aggressively speaking to each other, but like don't say nothing crazy, like, you know what I mean, we just talking hard because we're trying to figure this out.
How do you keep going when you have no motivation in college?
We're in the middle of about to start finals, and then we go home. We just came back from like I'm ready to graduate. It's like the motivation is just not there, but
slim.
you have to just force yourself to do it, or you won't get good grades and then you'll fail. And
My dad says this one thing, it's like kind of like a running motto in our family. They'll send it every morning, like it's on our boards. Extraordinary goals require extraordinary measures.
yeah,
That's cute.
Extraordinary goals require extraordinary efforts. That's what it is.
you have to force yourself low key to like do what you know you have to do.
Yeah.
Also gets so much worse if you leave it there, like
It piles up.
the worst, like it can only get worse the longer you leave it, like it'll only pile up if you just let it sit. So I think it's important to do
The
that.
pressure is getting worse.
No, for real, it's getting dark earlier, y'all.
It's bad.
I don't
It's
like
bad.
it.
College is time, it's energy. It's like, you know, so you're gonna have to feel like this is what I want to do in the end. So this is all the things I have to do to get there, and like that's very important. Like me, I've been in school for a little too long, y'all. You know, and like, so I'm not even thinking about the money no more. I'm like, I just have to have the motivation to be like, okay, I want this done because it's taking up so much of my energy, so much of my time. I could be doing something else where what I really want to do. So it's like I really have to get this. We gotta crack it out. Yeah, I'm doing 21 credits. 21 credits next semester, 19 right now. So it's like, I know.
Wow.
And I still have to text you. Remember that.
Okay.
Remember that. Do you guys recommend dating in college or no? Recommendations?
The first few years, like freshman year, sophomore year, personally,
junior year too.
Okay.
I mean,
Senior year too.
it depends on what you want. Like, but 9 out of 10, speaking from experience, they don't want that. These dudes don't want to be in a relationship like that. You might come across that one, maybe, but then think about, like, I mean, that whole mentality of like, oh, do you really want to be settled down and locked down your freshman year? I mean, if I would have came across my like quote unquote soulmate or whatever my freshman year, I mean, I don't think I would have had a problem with that at the moment, but at this. What? I mean, you wouldn't know. Like, I'm not gonna continue to date someone because I'm thinking, well, what if I'm missing out on somebody else? Like, I think that thinking is like not good. You need experiences. I would hate for my first breakup to have been when I'm a 22-year-old grown woman after I've graduated college. So, like, I feel like you need those experiences. You need to date to kind of get to know yourself. You learn yourself while you're dating other people. You learn what you like, what you don't like, what she was saying earlier. I think it's important, but you just gotta know it's not gonna be. We're in college. Like, don't try to force somebody into something they don't want to do.
Yeah.
First and foremost, that goes for any.
No, force them. No. No.
No,
Either you're gonna be with me or you're gonna be with God. You decide.
Waiting for somebody to be the person that you want them to be, and they could very much well never be who you think that they could be.
Yeah, don't wait for potential.
Don't try to mold people.
Molding people and dating potential will get you so heartbroken.
So heartbroken.
And literally, this is why whenever, that's like, okay, my biggest red flag in the person is when they say like a guy, like, oh, I was gonna take you out. Oh, my parlay didn't hit. If it hit, I was gonna take you on a little date. Keep it.
Why even have to date people and meet people where they're at? To me, everything is an experience. So I'm always down for gaining new experiences, but just know that it may not go the way you planned. Just know that you may not find your fairy tale. Just know that you may find out that he has a son. Just know you may find out that he had 2 girls.
What?
Oh no, no. But I'm just saying. I mean, these are real things that happen. People be popping out babies. They be popping out
relationships.
They be popping. I mean,
you're in marriage, huh?
I mean,
wait on the red flag. But what do we mean by that? Because what if it's like, what if it's just one area and he like nice in all the other areas? What if
that's all your non-negotiables?
But I think if
I
there
know I'm saying that word wrong. I don't know.
non-negotiables?
You're saying it wrong.
Wait, say it again.
Non-negotiables?
Oh, yeah. Non-negotiable.
Thank you.
Non-negotiable?
Yes.
I was like, I want to correct it. English is my third
You're
language.
saying another syllable.
Exactly.
Non-negotiable.
I'm like,
That's how it is.
I never known that wasn't
She's like, non-negotiable.
Negotiable.
Thank
non-negotiable.
you.
Shabon.
Yeah.
It's just shabon. It's
Shabon.
not negotiable.
Damn, I knew it too.
I didn't
Like,
know.
I'm sitting here listening.
How do you guys feel about kind of on that, like changing for a person, quote unquote?
I think you should change. I think you should grow.
You should evolve. Yeah, you should grow.
Unless it's something that you also wanted, like let's say personally, like you wanted to change for yourself and it just so happened to help the relationship as well, then that's fine. But you shouldn't have to change who you, like your actions, if they're negative, yes, I feel like that can be changeable. But like you as a person, absolutely not.
But also I think there's levels to it. Like it's very different than you be like, oh, maybe let's eat healthier. Like that's a different thing than like, oh,
I need
you lie a lot.
This is different.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. Once a cheater, I am like once a cheater, always a cheater.
If you cheated on me, you might not cheat on somebody else, but you would definitely cheat on me again.
See, the thing, and I have been, speaking from experience, I have been in a relationship. I have been in a relationship where I was cheated on. I was in high school. Stupidly, I stayed with the boy and loved with my first, stayed with them, did it again. Forgave him again, did it again. So it's like, and then I'm like, you went off me. Damn!
You said what? Oh, so you think I'm boo-boo the fool?
That's crazy. I'm sorry.
That was like a little origin story. Like he knows who he is.
For him to be like, no, I'm done. You're done. You
but
can at least let me do
but
it
honestly,
now.
looking back, that's what we say about experience. I'm so glad he did because I would have never walked away.
Damn.
I would be out.
It do be like that.
Maybe eventually, but you know, back. I mean, if I stayed for 3 times, I mean,
Maybe
I've learned from it. I would never do that again.
And I also, but this is another thing is guys will be like, but baby, I love you.
It's
you
not
do not love
you
me.
can disrespect
You
me like
cheated
that.
on me.
Okay, I don't agree with that. I feel like cheaters deserve second chances.
Oh, absolutely.
I have not cheated, depending on who you ask and depending on how you define cheating. So come correct, okay? Just depends. I feel like you can cheat on someone and love them.
Okay, let's break this down.
I'm breaking it. Come on.
What do you define as cheating?
Anything you do that you don't like your partner doing.
Okay, so you would do, if you do something that your partner, are you speaking for yourself or are you speaking for somebody doing that to you?
I'm speaking for myself.
If you were going to like cheat on someone, you feel like you could still love that, like be in love with that person?
Yeah.
You think you're in love with that person and you cheat on them? Tell me why.
Yeah.
It's simple. I feel like we're people. I feel like emotions and passion and all these things kind of combine sometimes. And sometimes you're not at a stage where you can really like definitively maneuver through everything properly. So you tend to like do something that you think not only may be the easiest, but could fix all problems without it being the best solution.
I feel like you don't need to be dating then.
I agree.
And that's I understand. I get the logic totally, but it's like
Yeah.
me. I want to go outside. I want to touch the grass. I need to see the grass. I'm not Stevie Wonder. I gotta see the grass to see if it's green. So I can go back in the house. If it's not, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but that's your prerogative.
I think I'm the opposite.
exactly. So I'm gonna be with somebody that, you know what I'm saying? Like
So
I'm not
see your mind.
If roles were reversed,
exactly.
and So if someone, you know,
went to go see the grass was greener, I would have to be okay with that. And I would have to be like, is this something I can actually, that's why, like, honesty is the best thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I would have to be okay with that. Okay, I have to take that in.
Yeah,
if I can take it in, I can take it in.
I think I know that I'm not okay with it.
Yeah.
And that is why I don't think I could ever do it to someone, because I know that it would wreck me.
Yeah, I agree.
How do you guys feel about having your partner's like passcode and everything? Like, do you feel like you need it? Do you feel like if they are reluctant to give it to you, you'll feel some kind of way?
If he asked me for it, I would give it. If he asked me for it, I'd have some, like, I'd be curious, like, well, why do you feel that you need my password and stuff? But I would have an issue with it because I'm not hiding anything. Yeah. Trust. You gotta trust the other person. If you don't trust the other person, like, you don't have.
But what if that's a thing to build up trust, though? Like, you know,
I feel like trust comes
that's
in, very subjective.
Sometimes it's like
it comes in waves.
tests, not tests, but like you gotta figure
scenarios.
it out.
We were talking about this before, like earlier, but like, how do you feel about like? I don't know how you feel. Well, you said this earlier. Okay, whatever. About like posting your significant other on social media.
Don't do it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh.
I'm in the middle.
Y'all weird.
He doesn't really use social media. So like, one, his account is private.
Yeah.
Like, so if I do post him, I be seeing y'all clicking, but like, y'all not getting nowhere.
Yeah.
I also do content creation, so he's just kind of a part of my life. So if I post him, I post him. If I don't, I don't.
I feel like we have like that mutually. Like, obviously you guys know, like, I do influencing and stuff like that. So it's like me now in a relationship. I have this. I'm not big on, like, I like to post things obviously, but I like to post what I want to post. I feel like people have this misconception that you can be public, but not have things private to yourself. Like, everything that I post, I've looked at it 3 times before I post it. Like, you're never catching me by mistake. Everything is planned. Everything, I did it on purpose. So it's never that. People are just really nosy. I mean, shoot, I'll be nosy sometimes.
I'm nosy.
So it's like, I get it. Like,
man, I'm gonna try to
like, and it's not
some nosy stuff. Like,
so it's like, I mean, I just think also, like, I mean, we're fresh. So it's like, give it some time. I wouldn't say I would never post my boyfriend, but y'all gonna get an arm before y'all get an ad.
Definitely like private story energy, like we're
like private story type stuff.
Yeah.
I only post people I'm not really talking to. So that no one knows what I'm really doing, you know?
See, I haven't posted somebody since 2020, so like my first boyfriend. So like literally you would nobody know.
Because I did a hard launch.
I would do soft launches.
I did a hard launch. I did a hard launch on Valentine's. Like, I did it in your face. You thought, now you know.
He said, is it a flaw for a guy to pursue more than one friend in one group?
It depends on the group. It depends on the friend.
Also, no. I think it has to go with the friend group. Why are you as a friend group letting this one man run through y'all?
Yeah, I feel like for girls and guys it's different though.
Okay, but if you guys were Lori Harvey and you were Lori Harvey's friend and she just dated every single fine man you know, what y'all gonna do?
But I think it still boils down to friendship. But I think it still boils down to a friendship.
It does. I mean, I have noticed that with guys though, they are more okay with that. Like, oh, I don't care. Like, whatever.
I think I feel some type of way.
This is slowly up the camera.
Nothing going on here.
This was really insightful.
Yeah, guys, I feel like this was a good girl talk. I think we're gonna do another one for sure. And I feel like we'll just get deeper and deeper. But this is kind of like a, you know, surface level, like just kind of get, you know. I hope you guys enjoy meeting my beautiful friends and thank them for being in my video. That's pretty much all we have for today's video. Follow their Instagrams and whatever they want. I'll put it down below.
Shamelessly plugging my podcast.
Yes, she has a podcast. Yes, go to it. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you guys want more videos like this. If you have more questions, you can do it for part 2. Follow me on Instagram because that's where you can also interact and ask questions for these type of videos. Ooh, and that's all I got.
You doing it, huh?
I'm doing it.
I didn't work.
Yeah,
Bye.
There could have been nothing. I mean nothing to prepare me for that.
What?
That.
Don't fuck with me, bro. Don't